Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the London Bulldogs. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go! 18, Gator. Watch the run. Check 15, check 15.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Hey, high 7. Hey, lock it. Check 24. Hey, Haywood.
They'll drop to throw. And Jennings has it. A big 30-yard play on third. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
2nd and 9 now. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll make it 3rd down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. They'll set up to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Geis with the carry on second down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brings up third down and 12.
Here's Brown to throw on third down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Steps away to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he's stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
These two teams all tied after one. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go, Cap. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Check three. Check three. Check three. Topper. Hey, Orbit. 27, Mike. 27, Mike. Mike, 27. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Pop. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
They'll look to throw here. It got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 78 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Brown now to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Throwing on 3rd and long. Brown. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
We go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Got it. Check 47. Check 47. Come on. You ready, Frank? Check. Alert 3.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Then he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
They start on the ground with Geis. And he's got some space here. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown! Darius Geis, 76 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Now. 47 Mike. 47. Got you. Let's go.
Back to throw here. Being chased out left. Over the middle, complete. That's Jordan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the shift. X3. 218. Chopper. 5.
This is Carson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
47 is the mic.
Now back to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, Charlie. Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. I got him.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first down, this is Geis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
At the 28-yard line.
Ready? 56.
Brown to throw on second down. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Brown throwing on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the gun, Brown. Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A final shot before break. Brown slings this deep from McLaurin, and that is going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
A gain of a yard brings up third and 7.
56 to Mike.
Here's Brown on third down. Buying time to his left. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he's on here to punt it away. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Hey, exit.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll check that down to Carson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
It's just me and you. It's just me.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Exit.
2nd and 13. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
56. Tighten up. 56 to Mike.
Brown now, throwing on 3rd and long. Going up top. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there. 48 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Hey, check. 3.
And not quite sure what just happened there, other than we do know that he spiked the football on 1st down.
On the ready. Mike, 56. 56. Yeah. Go.
To throw on 2nd down. Brown stepping up. He's going to keep it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Brown from the gun, he'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. This is Love. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
56. Mike, 56. 56. I'm coming.
Now Brown to throw on third down. Flush to it. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
64, weak. Shit. Bam. Safety's creeping. Hatchet. You're out. Switch. Let's go.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 44. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Rush in.
On 4th down, Brown escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, just trying to get to the...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and he will have a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Check.
Operating from the gun, Brown. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And they will not get a chance. To return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Under pressure, and down he goes. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Jennings was the one he was looking for. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Geis. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's Brown, throwing again. Flushed out right. Find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Geis. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And this one is right down the middle. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Check safety. 6-6, pull it high. Get it.
Now it's Carson. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, let's go. Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
3rd and long.
Ready up. 27, Mike. Mike, 27. I don't even know why this team showed up. Mike. Hey. Mike, 47. Woo! Shoot. Leo. Ready?
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, when this drive began, the offense only needed a field goal, but the defense ramped up the pressure, and after back-to-back sacks, they're feeling confident they might keep them off the board.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Reuben Foster. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
Ready, ready. 18 Gator. No chance. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Hey, 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 hey. Mike.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You know, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the Londoners, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.